Texas, now threatening to arrest Democratic lawmakers who have fled the state.
It's all part of an ongoing battle over congressional redistricting that has expanded to other states as well. We have Douglas Vader joining us now, live from Washington with more on that. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, a number of states that are involved in these redistricting fights, including California. This Texas one, though, is taking on a much higher profile because of the response from Democratic lawmakers there. Empty seats at the State House in Texas, with state Democrats there now on the run.
If one side is intent on cheating, then the other side has to respond.
The Democrats in Texas are trying to deny a quorum to Republicans to block legislative action to redraw congressional seats there and potentially add 5 Republicans to Congress. They have fled to states like Illinois, Massachusetts, and New York, and some of those Democratic governors are threatening redistricting their own states to fight back.
I have news flash for Republicans in Texas. This is no longer the Wild West. We're not going to tolerate our democracy being stolen in a modern-day stagecoach hoist by a bunch of law-breaking cowboys.
And with Republicans now barely in control of the U.S. House, any changes in any states could swing the outcome of the 2026 elections. Texas's governor says Republicans are simply responding to what Democrats have done in other states.
Democrats are freaking out about it, engaging in rhetoric, but I don't think they have the capability of actually living up to it and doing anything about it. Texas will continue to fight for what is right, and that's exactly what we are doing.
Now, Democrats are trying to run out the clock here on this legislative session, so they plan on staying, it sounds like, out of town for a couple of weeks. They are talking now, Republicans are, about fining these lawmakers. There has even been some talk about trying to declare their seats essentially abandoned. If that happens, that would lead to legal battles. The redistricting will lead to legal battles as well. So this is just kind of a preview of what is to come for these midterm elections. Jen and Bob.
We've been saying that, gerrymandering has been taking place since pretty much the beginning of this country, right, the early 1800s. But what Democrats say is different in this situation is that this was actually a special session called within the Texas legislature so that they could redistrict things just ahead of the 2026 elections to change the shape of the House of Representatives.
Because normally it's done during a census.
Yeah, so it's a legislative version of what California is talking about doing, for instance, by having a referendum. So these are all kind of last-minute changes being proposed in advance of these midterm elections. And, there is an escalation underway here. Now, if Texas backs off this, these other states may as well. But if Texas tries to add 5 seats, California is going to try to add 5 seats on the Democratic side, so will New York.
You're like, where does this end? Everybody just keeps going back and forth and back and forth.
Yeah, it does. Now, you look at California, I mean, virtually right now, Democrats have such a huge advantage in terms of congressional representation. It's a blue state. But if they make the changes they're talking about in California, it would be nearly every seat, I think, save 4, would be held by Democrats most likely. And, Texas is kind of heading in that direction as well.
But you're also talking about a potential ideological shift with Democrats because, you're talking about Governor Newsom, in his words, fighting fire with fire.
That's right. Now, there is this argument going on about who started all of this. But at the moment, it's these actions in Texas that are causing these reactions from these blue state governors.
All right. We're going to see how this all plays out. Douglas Vader, always watching things very closely for us. We appreciate it, Doug. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, meantime, AI has a new message for users. It sounds nice enough, but we're going to let you decide on that.